Happy Halloween! Happy Halloween, guys! Do you like our costumes?
I have to apologise, first of all, for letting the team down.
Yeah.
There's a
little Red Riding Hood here, and we're meant to have the wolf, but you've lost the costume.
I've not lost the costume. The costume is in Newcastle, so it's a little bit
You're really
further
scary.
away. Can you not handle it? It's very hard to move in this mask.
What character are you?
Well, I'm not really a full character, but this is a mask from the WWE of a character called Kane, and then I've got a Dean Ambrose t-shirt on because it looked a bit Halloweeny.
To celebrate Halloween, we thought we'd do the Halloween tag, which Martin has got all the questions here for.
I'm struggling to read though.
Can't see.
Through the mask. Alright, so...
I must admit, I'm a real wimp when it comes to scary films and scary things. So,
this should be interesting.
We'll see.
Number 1. Favourite horror or Halloween themed song?
Mine is The Time Warp. Kind of not that scary, is it? But I love The Time Warp. I like the dance. And that always comes on at like Halloween parties and events and stuff. And then, gets everyone dancing.
I'm torn between Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters.
But I think my top one is They Did the Mash. They did the Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
I love that one.
We used to perform that one on the cruise. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, so one Halloween we spent on a cruise ship with Helena in the performance team. And it was so funny because we're all dressed in fancy dress. You were dressed as Little Red Riding Hood, weren't you?
No, I was...
Oh, were you somebody else?
No, I was Thriller.
Oh, you were Thriller.
Had
Michael
a Thriller
Jackson.
mask on.
And then stood next to you, one of the cast members dressed as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. Number 2. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or an abandoned building.
It's probably a lot that I wouldn't want to run into.
I don't have a massive fear of them, but I wouldn't want to run into a clown in an abandoned building. Yeah, that'd be scary.
I really don't like snakes.
Snakes, yeah.
So I probably wouldn't want to run into like a killer snake.
Number 3. Have you ever played with a Ouija board to see if there's any spirits in the house?
Way too much of a wimp to do that. I feel like when I was younger, people used to do it, and I used to get too scared, and I wouldn't join.
You wouldn't want to participate.
No.
I can't say that I have. Number 4. Favorite horror monster or villain?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Freddy Krueger. With the razors. And also he was really comical, so it's two different sides of the character.
That's hard because, like I say, I'm a massive wimp, so I haven't seen very many horror films. Does Edward Scissorhands count?
He's not meant to be
He's
a
nice though, isn't
monster.
He?
No, that's the whole point.
He's quite creepy though.
You know, people judge him by his looks. You've just done that.
No, but I like him. Okay, Halloween monster or villain. I can't really think of one, so I'll go for Dracula.
Number 5. Creepiest thing that has ever happened while you were alone. I was sat at home in Newcastle. Everyone was at the house, obviously, because I was alone. And then I heard this really loud bang. And so I ran upstairs to look out the window. And when I looked out the window, I saw that a car had gone through next door neighbour's fence. And there was people running away from the car.
Oh, so that's more like criminal.
But it was scary.
But scary.
Because you didn't know what they were going to do once they got out of the car. Like, were they going to... Did they see me looking through the window?
Yeah. I don't know if I was like... I was technically alone because I did panto about 5 years ago. And all the dancers stayed in this house in Tunbridge Wells, which actually is the most haunted town in England. Mm. And the house was haunted. Like so it was a huge house and we had the top kind of flat. So I was asleep in bed and I woke up to my bed shaking as if like a child was kind of like shaking it. And then what was really weird is that one of the cast, their family are into like speaking to the dead. So he came round and without me prompting, he was like, oh, there's like a 3-year-old little boy ghost in your room. And I was like, that's so strange because that's what it felt like. It felt like a child, like, shaking the bed.
And how long did you stay there for?
The whole of Panto's, like, 2 months.
Oh, well, number 6 if you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it?
Well, I did.
You did, yeah.
I did, but not out of choice. Well, it was out of choice, but
I'd be intrigued.
not on my own.
No, like if I did it with you.
Oh, I'm such a wimp. But like, you'd freak yourself out.
Yeah,
And it probably
you
wouldn't
would,
be anything.
Number 7, are you superstitious?
Not overly, but you know when you have 3 drains in a row, you're not meant to walk over 3.
Yeah.
If there's room, I will just like miss the last one out. So that is a bit superstitious, isn't it?
I'm not. You're always telling me off though if I'm about to do something that's superstitious.
Like what?
I don't know, like walking over the 3 drains. You'll say to me.
And I if there was a ladder, I would probably not walk under the ladder if I could.
Number 8, do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision?
No, and I never wish to.
Only when there's actually people around me.
Yeah.
Number 9, which urban legend scares you the most? Mine would be, back in like 2009, I started watching these YouTube videos with a friend and they were all about Slender Man, which has become a big, massive thing. And it's the character who's like really skinny, really tall and got no face.
I think mine, the earliest memory I have is we were at a sleepover and we did the Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror, and I remember not sleeping for weeks. So like, she's gonna get me.
Number 10, do you prefer gore or thrillers?
Thrillers.
Yeah,
I
thrillers.
love crime thrillers. They don't really count for Halloween, but they do in a way.
I did go
They're
through
not like
a
supernatural.
period where I did like gore because I used to watch all of the Saws.
Oh no.
And they get very, very, very gory.
I think I watched one when I was a teenager. That was enough.
It just became laughable, really,
Yeah.
towards the end. Number 11. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds?
Ooh,
I do.
that's quite deep.
I believe in other dimensions.
I think you have to. Like, the universe is so huge. I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around dimensions and things.
Like, there's a dimension somewhere
There must be.
where I'm dressed as Little Red Riding Hood and you're dressed like this.
That's a weird one. Don't want to visit that dimension.
Number 12. Have you ever made a potion of any sort?
Ooh, probably. When I was younger and we play witches in the garden, I remember making perfume. So I used to like cut up leaves and stuff and then mix it together. And flowers and things. And I'm sure we used to make potions.
Does it count that I did a Harry Potter escape room where one of the things you had to do in the escape room was create a potion?
That sounds good.
Number 13. Do you get scared easily?
It depends what it is. Scary films, yes. I get really scared. I have a really overactive imagination. So I won't be scared when I'm watching it, but I know that come like 2 hours later, I'll terrify myself.
Yeah.
So it won't be the actual film, it'll be me afterwards. I can be brave.
I would say that I do get creeped out by, like, if I'm alone and there's noises and that sort of thing. And I got very scared today when there was a spider that wouldn't leave my car and kept reappearing in different places. I thought I'd knocked it out
I
the
thought
car,
we were
but
going to crash because
I was driving safely.
you were driving safely, but every 5 seconds,
Because
he's on me!
At one point it was on my leg. Then I looked away and next it was like
He wouldn't
on my
leave.
window.
Like the amount of times we tried to get him out the
And
car.
then the major
And then
one was
he'd
when I
appear.
looked at the steering wheel. It was on my hand. Number 14. Oh, have you ever played Bloody Mary? Well, I haven't.
Yeah, I think when I was younger at a sleepover, I had this memory of it.
Number 15. Do you believe in demons / the devil?
No, not really.
I believe that people can have sides to them that are a bit demon. Number 16. You're home alone and you hear footsteps. What do you do? I'm the sort that would reluctantly go and investigate.
Well, we had that the other night. Do you remember? I heard footsteps.
Yeah?
And it ended up just being someone else. But, yeah, you stayed in bed and I went. I went to find them.
Number 17. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose?
Rocky Horror Picture Show. A nice, scary one.
It doesn't usually end well for the people that are in these horror films.
Actually, I know what one. I would be in Casper.
Casper the Friendly Ghost doesn't count as a horror film.
Yeah, it does.
No, it
He's
doesn't.
a ghost. Ghosts are horror.
It's a scary movie. Casper's not scary.
I wouldn't want to be stuck in a scary movie. That's like my worst nightmare. Definitely not like Final Destination or Paranormal Activity or anything.
I'm trying to think of a scary movie where
but I don't
you stand a chance.
I don't want to die, yeah. What's a scary movie where the people survive? Hocus Pocus?
It's not a scary movie.
Saw?
You definitely don't want to be in that. Oh.
There's not a scary movie that I'd want to be in.
There's a thriller I once used to own called Copycat. I would want to be the detective in that. Number 18. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would it be? Not this one.
Probably not this one either.
I'd be a Ghostbuster.
You know what came to my head? I'm useless at this scary stuff. I was thinking I'd like to be an Avatar or a Smurf.
Number 19. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
No, probably not. I have been to a graveyard at night, I guess.
Not out of choice. I wouldn't go out of choice.
No, not out of choice, but I've walked through them.
Yeah. Number 20. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice?
A zombie blaster.
Try to think of what they use in the comedy Shaun of the Dead. I think a baseball bat or something.
Yeah, that's quite a good one.
Although they have to get quite close for you to hit them. So
or I would have Thriller.
What?
On CD, and then I'd play it. And then
They just start dancing.
And I'd join in.
No, you have to get away.
I'd run away while they were thrillering.
Number 21. Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating?
Halloween party.
Yeah, Halloween party. Number 22. You're in a horror movie. Are you the last person standing, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer?
The last one standing. Yeah. The hero. I would really hope.
I'd probably be the first to die.
Or the comic relief.
Number 23. Do you watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep?
Yeah. I always have to put on something light-hearted and...
A Disney vlog?
A Disney film, a Disney vlog or something.
No, I don't have to. Number 24. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the one who yells at the characters, the person who covers their eyes, or the person that falls asleep? I yell at the characters. Like, what are you doing?
Probably a mixture of all three.
What are you going in there?
Probably mostly the person who covers their eyes.
Number 25. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring?
Get scared.
Yeah, same. Number 26. Oh, favourite scary book?
Ooh, I haven't really read a scary book. Probably the most recent thriller I've read, and which I thought was just amazing, was Girl on the Train.
I remember reading a Demon Headmaster book when I was younger. That scared me. But I'll also go with Misery by Stephen King. Number 27. How old were you when you watched your first horror movie?
Ooh, it depends what you count as a horror movie.
Not Casper.
The vivid memory I have, I think it was like my 13th birthday. It was someone's like 13th or 12th birthday, and we went to the cinema and we saw Signs. It was. Did you see it?
Is that the one with Mel Gibson? It's about aliens.
Aliens. That's the most vivid memory I have of being in a cinema watching like a horror film.
I vividly remember seeing bits of It, the one that was on television with Tim Curry, and I remember having nightmares about. I can't remember exactly how old I was. Maybe 12 or something. I can't remember. Number 28. What was your first Halloween costume?
Ooh. See, I think I've got a photo that I recently discovered, which I'll insert here. I think that's the first one that I remember. I think we're all witches.
Mine was just your bog standard skeleton. Number 29. What are you going to go as this Halloween?
We're filming this a little bit before Halloween, so I think you're going to try and find...
The wolf.
The wolf costume, so we can go as Little Red Riding Hood.
By the way, if you're intrigued as to what this wolf costume looks like, we'll insert a picture. Now. There you go.
So that was Halloween on a cruise ship about a couple of years ago now.
And the final question, number 30, if you could have a spooky Halloween pet, so like a black cat, owl, bat, rat or wolf, what would you pick?
A wolf? That's quite cool.
That's what I was thinking, yeah, a wolf. Yeah, I go for wolf.
Yeah, or a really cute black cat or a wolf.
Scary Halloween animal, a really cute black cat. I think that defeats the point.
Okay, a wolf, a wolf.
There we go. We answered 30 questions on Halloween.
That's really fun. We'll pop all the questions below so that you can do your own Halloween tag, because it's good fun.
It is good fun.
I need to watch some more horror films though, but I'm scared. So have a really great Halloween, whatever you're doing, and we will see you next week. Bye.